Most of us went through the Hare Hare Yukai-calypse, and masquerades were never the same. What are some obnoxious recent trends plaguing the cosplay scene? Pick very related. Didn't think I would miss Hare Hare Yukai and Lucky Star dancing, but I do. All that 2000s, early 2010s stuff that was kinda cringe but still fun really gave cons character in my opinion. It pretty much makes my day if I'm at a con and someone busts out the F***ing caramel dancin'. I'll caramel dancin' with you, sweetie. I do caramel dancin' to warm up before lifting at home when I am alone. Gives me the warm, cringy fuzzies. I miss S** like that. Now there are too many cameras and S* for that. People wanna tag you in everything. Nothing you do can be cringy but fun, or else everyone and your grandma's boss will tag it and drag you for years over it. People that have cameras in the F***ing races piss me off. Fuck you, I'm trying to let loose. I don't need this on your S** Thai cosplay Instagram. *raves, fuck my autocorrect. I was trying to figure out which year horse date had cosplay horse races. That was fun. That was really fun, and on. I miss it, things were so pure. I miss S* like that. Now there are too many cameras and S* for that. People wanna tag you in everything. Nothing you do can be cringy but fun, or else everyone and your grandma's boss will tag it and drag you for years over it. TKTK is a literal chink propaganda machine. Don't even, you, me. We're watching you, and on. Every time this video gets recommended to me I see the same thing. Anime Mike Wazowski. Bishojo Wazowski-chan. LMAO. Please learn how to use this place. God, I'm dying. Cute. Yeah, it indeed is like so much content on Facebook, but I am glad I am not the only one seeing this. Quote, top right, haha, TikTok mouth. Even people on the app are tired of that one. I can see why it got popular, but it really is so unnatural and weird. That pic sums it up perfectly. I don't even need to say anything. Costots thinking they're working a con to increase their fame, and therefore thirsty, pay for attention, fan base, instead of just a bunch of cosplayers being cosplayers at conventions. It has gone on way too long, and I'm not sure when, if it will ever die back again to just a minor thing. Throwback to when a bunch of cosplayers and trend-chasing cosplayers realized that they're wasting money by paying for con tickets just to take pictures instead of enjoying the convention, so they rented a photography studio thinking that people would flock to them instead. No one did, because actual cosplayers wanted to be at the con, not licking their Taobao boots. I really hate the Instagram trend of adding a bunch of tacky stickers edited onto all pictures. I think most of them are underaged, so I can't really be mad at them, but if you're over 18 and you edit a bunch of tacky S* on your pictures, then you're an absolute loser. You mean like Puri Kura? This feels like such a harmless thing to get mad over. It carried over mostly from e-girl stuff, but in the end, compared to a lot of the other stuff posted here, I don't get why something silly like that is such a bother to you. The only time I think it's too much is when it's literally covering most of the cosplay Western stuff in anime cons, vice versa. I'm gonna need the source on that top right one in the image. The cringe thing is you trying to shame others into behavior you deem to be okay. How about stop being AC** and let people enjoy their lives? Fucking a hey gal, just stop. Also the weird trend of drawing lines in the corner of your lips to make your mouth look like popular TikTok cosplayers. Pic related. It looks so weird. Drawing lines to extend your mouth has been a thing before TikTok. Mostly Asian girls do it when cosplaying male characters. A hey-go is hot, and I will not defend my position as I can't. I just think it's hot, okay? Leave my alone, man. I support you. Yeah, I love the most phony expression of ecstasy. Gets me so hard, bro. People genuinely being your friend, but only until you're invested. You might just be annoying, and on. Quote, BUTTSCRATCHER. Cosplay TikToks are the new Naruto running. You'll think you look cool, but I promise everyone just thinks you're R***qued. What I've noticed is more cosplayers ending up selling their body on OnlyFans to get a following. An old friend of mine has been making top quality cosplays for years and recently started an OnlyFans. It's just f***ing sad how people just chase after fame rather than have a nice hobby. You can thank men for that. They don't care how talented or skilled a woman might be, only what she looks like. You can also thank libfems who glorify sex work as well for giving them the courage to do so. Base dubs. Go back to Saudi Arabia. Go back where? Saudi Arabia isn't particularly a nice place for a woman to go. My point is that a lot of you girls get into sex work because it's now deemed as cool, or they just want an opportunity to make fast money like their idols on Instagram to live a lavish lifestyle. The issue is that so many girls end up chasing something that isn't real, as in they hardly make a living sexually humiliating themselves online, or use sex work as a way to get validation from scrotes on the internet. Also go to mention the general dangers of escorting and getting involved with weird scrotes. There's a reason why most women settle for working for their money rather than slanging their p***. Let's keep it real. Sex work is not empowering. Women who think it is, are throwing abused women under the bus. No John will know the difference between a girl who wants to be there and doesn't. Quote, sex work is empowering. Cody can tell me what to do with my body. There's nothing more empowering than reducing myself to a spunk catalyst. I also deserve respect for all the work I do. Now hurry up and join my fandom circle, slave. Here's my Amazon wishlist. This is my 4th time posting it. Someone buy something already. This type of s** is what happens when people think sex work is super easy. Pole dancing is f***ing intense. A good stripper puts in a s** ton of time and effort into what they're doing. And they make bank. Same with escorts. I know people who do pay their way through PhD programs by escorting, but not just thinking they can spread M and that's that. These are women who would actually escort men to places and be able to hold intelligent conversations. Then have sex with them, but it's not just some weak s** nerd sex that these men are paying for. Ya can't just be some 7/10 nerd chick and masturbate on camera and think you'll get rich. Where did you get the idea women are automatically allies to W***s? Especially the professional CLS* of women. Escorts are disgusting. Quote, weak s** nerd sex. I'm really curious about what this even means. I'm friends and ex-flatmates with one ethot who earns upwards of $2,000 a month from online sex work. She buys in costumes for cam shows all the time, spent several hundred on a decent DSLR camera, enlisted my help for taking for shoot sets when we were living together, etc. She works super hard on promoting herself, and on top of that is constantly engaging with her fans, doing SFW streams on Twitch, chatting to them on Discord, and more to make it look like she cares about them. She was recently telling me one of the things that bugs her the most is other girls coming to her asking how to make as much money as he does from an SFW cosplay stuff, and then getting shocked when they find out it's more than just putting out quality phone camera nudes up once or twice a month on OnlyFans and then getting people buy hundreds of dollars of s** off Amazon. STD rates are on the rise out here, so you might have dodged a bullet. And that's not even much money, LMAO. Yeah, Jesus. I make more than that with my basic s** 9 to 5 now, and I don't have to sell my emotional energy 24/7 to do it. Quote, to make it look like she cares about them, ha ha ha, those poor b***quests. Sex work is not work. Stop being a lazy w** and get a real job instead of begging for money to do porn when porn is free. Okay, asterisk. Oh yeah, right on. It's not like our economic system is limiting or anything. Well, back to my non-union 9 to 5 where I'm underpaid and have n** benefits to speak of. Lol, what? Yay, let's blame the ones getting used for money, lol. Quote, getting used for money, willingly giving your money for a w** isn't getting used. See harder. Where I gave my wage to a cam girl but she won't suck muhd** where. A girl in my local cosplay community recently did the same thing and promoted it in the local private FB group, which is restricted to only people in our state. It was met with a lot of criticism. One guy made a post criticizing it that was dogpiled with weeks. Mod deleted it, he got banned, and then the mod defended her and cosplayers in general in a separate post. The girl in question has always had decent quality cosplay, so I guess we will see if her cosplay at least has the same level of effort put in, although I doubt she'll post it in the group. Her promoting it is the only time she's ever posted there despite being a member for years. Anyway, now half the posts are attention-seeking thoughts and guys thirsting over them in the comments. Before this post used to be people posting cosplay progress, sharing con photos, nerdy parents posting their children's costumes, and newbies asking questions. I'm not sure how to feel about sex work. I know it's not a legitimate job, but if it makes someone happy, why stop them? It's a shame so many women are brainwashed into it, though. If they're brainwashed into it, their enjoyment isn't legitimate in the first place. You just tell yourself that to alleviate any uncomfy feelings you have. I meant for the ones that are genuinely happy and enjoy it. I don't see the issue. Personally, I'd never do it. Porn is icky and makes me uncomfortable. A lot of women who are genuinely happy and enjoy it *ed in the head one way or another. From nymphets who have a hormonal condition that makes them super horny to post-traumatic hypersexuality and rape and or CSA victims. These chicks more often than not have been abused or repressed at one point in their lives. Their thottery is an unhealthy and dangerous coping mechanism that increases their chances of experiencing the same things in the future. I pity these girls more than anything. Most of them are, and if they aren't when they start, they sure get that way quick enough. I don't think you can do that kind of work and not mentally reduce every encounter to the base exchange rate once you start doing that and keep it going. The ones who are successful at it seem to pretty much live and breathe it, commodifying every aspect, and there's no Cinderella story at the end. Be honest, who loves the idea of an ex-sex worker as a serious partner later in life? It's kind of a short and shady career that leaves a big time gap in your CV, and often, some social media tracks to cover. Quote, it's a short and shady career that leaves a big gap in your CV. Yeah, that's another part of my thing. I've been in school for just about forever in order to achieve my career goals. I can't imagine going to a job talk and having to explain pictures that potential employers found online of my entire cosplay vag people paid $5 for. Sure, costots may make some decent money for a bit, maybe even a few years, but even those bringing in the big money like Jane aren't going to be able to do it forever. No amount of Photoshop can save Yaya Han anymore. I just can't imagine being on my deathbed and thinking, man, I sure am glad that I spent most of my 20s selling lewds and nudes of myself and because of it got a late start in a real career and then never really progressed very far. People can try to justify doing this softcore porn as a way to make money, but really it's just going to hurt almost everyone in the long run. And if people are doing it for fun, they'd still to canon thoughts and call it a day. Not pander by thotting up a sexy, femme, deku, a hey gal cosplay. The commodification of any hobby *ing sucks for those of us that are into it for fun, but it's especially *tie when your hobby is made into porn. Why do I feel like the only people who would give are men? Imagine a women-only company. Would women care if a girl sold skimpy bathing suit pics in her 20s when she's applying for a job? Maybe I'm too far in my own liberal bubble, but I can't imagine giving a single if she can actually do the job. It's not men versus women, it's Gen Xers and boomers who care. Fucking boomers. I'll be glad when they're all gone. Get that out of here. Quote, thinking slut-shaming is not a thing among millennials and zoomers really. Quote, thinking softcore porn and modeling swimsuits are the same. Thinking women don't slut-shame regardless of age, claiming to be stuck in a liberal bubble, but ignoring the fact that women are already often disadvantaged professionally. Ignoring the fact that women face moral judgments that significantly affect their careers. What is a SWERFI mean? Come on and on, you can dream for a super open-minded, feminist, sex and sex work positive company, but thinking that everyone there is going to be the exact same is pretty absurd. It's not about the interviewer or even the company's moral judgments, it's about how they think their target audience will receive you and whether you may damage their reputation. My goal is to become a professor, and some 18-year-old frat bro stumbling across any lewds or nudes could potentially jeopardize tenure, if the school even gave me a tenure-track job to begin with. Any S** you put on the internet is gonna be floating around when you're looking for a lifelong career. It's pretty stupid to potentially jeopardize it so that you can have maybe a couple thousand followers and maybe make a bit more than minimum wage if you're lucky. Not to mention the fact that a lot of feminists only support sex work when they want to be contrarian. Show them a petite 19-year-old costhought doing lewds and they will come up with a million reasons why that is somehow immoral. Imagine applying to a job where this is the kind of person who is doing the hiring, and they find out that you do that or did that in the not-so-distant past. Anon. This would not annoy me in the slightest. A lot of women I know have I would be too nervous to strip my way through law school, but women who do a bad S** attitude. Maybe you're a woman and are just weirdly conservative, but I doubt stripping does not leave an internet trail. Putting anything like that on the internet will be a death sentence for many careers. This is a great point that not a lot of young women seem to understand. Thottery lacks the anonymity of traditional sex work. In every strip club I've been in, they don't allow you to take photos or videos of the girls, and the bouncers are serious about enforcing the rules. The girls never use real names, and they're so done up anyway that even if someone did sneak a pic of them, they wouldn't be very recognizable. Prostitutes are generally a little less anonymous, but still much more so than girls posting hundreds of pics and videos of themselves on TikTok and Insta. It's not like the average hooker is advertising her services on her Facebook page. Are you really this naive or just stupid? I work as a dancer and we do encounter people who sneak pics and videos constantly. It's easy for customers to Snapchat us without us noticing. A lot of us prefer to just post our own content anyway so we can high profit off our dancer persona. Almost every dancer has a premium Snap or OnlyFans these days. Your parents must be so proud. It wouldn't annoy you, but it would annoy a lot of other people. Just because you don't judge it doesn't mean that there aren't a ton of other people who will. People with the power to deny you jobs or promotions, or will spread rumors around to make you miserable. That's the point I am trying to make here. Don't confuse the way you think things should be with the way things are. Caring what other people think is weak onions, boy. Unfortunately, what people think about you affects your career. There's nothing bad about a lack of self-respect. Quote, women disadvantaged professionally, fucking no. Leave your house, porn weakens society. Sex workers, aka girls masturbating, but this time they take pictures of it, contribute to this. Get a job and better society. Thoughts? No, I'm not a man. Quote, no, I'm not a man. Get a job. It's not uncommon for a woman to be anti-sex worker, but you are clearly a male with that reasoning. I know, Anon, you have it so hard being a white dude. It's okay, you're definitely the most discriminated against in the history of forever, and Fox News is the only real news channel. I agree. People are becoming soulless because of porn. It is destroying relationships and the human spirit. Fucking Star Wars exclusionary radical feminists. Ahsoka was a decently done character. It's not everyone's fault that sand is more important than Padme. Quote, yeah, those are old people. History too while you're at it. Anyone who cares about appearing professional and serious would care, regardless of gender. Also, women do judge other women for this stuff, possibly even more than men do. Quote, thinking softcore porn and modeling swimsuits are the same, thinking women don't slut-shame regardless of age, claiming to be stuck in a liberal bubble, but ignoring the fact that women are already often disadvantaged professionally, ignoring the fact that women face moral judgments that significantly affect their careers. What is a SWERFI mean? Come on, Anon, you can dream for a super open-minded, feminist, sex and sex work positive company, but thinking that everyone there is going to be the exact same is pretty absurd. It's not about the interviewer or even the company's moral judgments, it's about how they think their target audience will receive you and whether you may damage their reputation. My goal is to become a professor, and some 18-year-old frat bro stumbling across any lewds or nudes could potentially jeopardize tenure, if the school even gave me a tenure-track job to begin with. Any S* you put on the internet is gonna be floating around when you're looking for a lifelong career. It's pretty stupid to potentially jeopardize that so that you can have maybe a couple thousand followers and maybe make a bit more than minimum wage if you're lucky. Where did you get the idea women are automatically allies to W***s? Especially the professional CLS* of women. Sweetie, girls hate sluts just as much as men do. Why is being a slut considered a bad thing? Other women hate you for devaluing femininity, view it like a marketplace, and you are basically undercutting other women. Men love and hate sluts. On one hand, you are an easy lay, but on the other, that is all you are taken seriously for. You are so easy they don't trust you to be their girlfriend because it would be so easy for another guy to get in your pants. Literally, how is that undercutting another woman? LMAO, you're acting like there is only one type of man out there. Women want men to work hard for them. If you're out there f***ing all of them left and right, they will get less attention, and men want workers hard to attain them. Nice way to generalize. The world is pretty simple for you, huh? Everything is black and white. I'm not moralizing, merely explaining why sluts aren't liked. Yes, but why do people dislike sluts for sleeping with other guys? What if she was dating a guy who didn't want sex anyway? Would people think it would somehow be better if she raped him instead of getting sex from people who want it just as much as he does? Some people would be understanding of that situation and some would hate you for being sexual deviants. Why do some people hate sexual deviancy? Because it makes them feel uncomfortable and threatened. Your sexuality as opposed to the more orthodox kind and competing with it. And why does it matter if someone HS** with someone other than the person they're dating? It's better than thinking that sex is so connected to love to the point you force it on them even if they don't want it just because you think you can't get it anywhere else. Why does it have to only be with someone you love? I'm not moralizing, merely explaining why sluts aren't liked. Men devalue women. They're the only ones with the power to do that. Blame them for being the awful sociopaths they are, not other women. Because when someone is comfortable in their own skin, people will always try to tear them down whilst clutching their pearls. Of course, it's the liberal making it a case about, quote, man versus woman. It's not that simple, you f***ing nut. Not to mention girls hate sluts just as much as men. Quote, it's a shame so many women are brainwashed into it, though, so what? Everybody pees, everybody poops, everybody f***s. There's a difference between choosing to use the bathroom and being fed laxatives. Quote, everybody pees, everybody poops, everybody f***s, more like everyone wants to f***. I hate cosplay TikToks f***ing much. I feel like if they actually did something fun, creative, cute, I'd actually enjoy them, but 99.9% of them are just cosplayers poorly lip-syncing to audio. It's so bad I can't even watch the videos all the way through. Seriously, does out-of-sync audio not bother anyone else? I don't even have a TikTok account, but mutuals keep reposting their TikToks on Instagram, so I can't even avoid it. I feel like the only people who bother with TikTok are under like 20. People my age never say anything about it, and I certainly think it seems like a dumb app too. A few my mutuals who post TikToks are under 20, but a lot of them are around 22 to 26. I enjoy the construction WIPs, but I agree with you that 99% of cosplay content is lip syncs. Unfortunately, I have to wade through endless streams of it to even see the construction ones. ITT men with Madonna, whore complexes, and women who just really want to make men like them. Quote, there's no such thing as conservative, traditional women really. Quote, thinking only conservative women can be anti-sex work SWERFs are a thing anon. I don't think a lot of the anons in this thread are SWERFs though des. I couldn't give a single F* if people do sexual things in sexual settings which all parties have consented to. But cosplay isn't a sexual setting. It's a hobby that has become commercialized not by people making amazing creations, but by chicks who think it's worth ruining their future prospects by selling nudes. Cosplay isn't about sex or sexuality, so when that becomes the moneymaker, it becomes normalized in a way which affects the hobby itself. Neckbeards aren't going to give money to someone who's worked hard and made elaborate costumes of their waifu, they're going to give money to the people who don't actually make anything and do softcore porn. Cosplay already has a bit of an association with kinky bedroom stuff, so all this sexual pandering is just making it worse. Quote, anyone who disagrees with sex work is a radical feminist. Please just go outside, visit a ghetto and tell me, sex work is real work. I'm literally saying that anyone can be anti-sex work, not just conservatives like the post I was replying to **ing. Even so-called rad femmes are you are **ed. Of course there are women who love licking men's boots. I'm not even conservative, just don't like how overwhelmingly popular selling your body is. It's a job like any other in my eyes. I guess I just really hate thirsty beaters. This is a sign of how **ed up the economy is. A lot of these folk are going with the logic of why should I be a wage slave at $10.50 an hour when I can lay on my back for 15 minutes and make $200? Just ask these sex workers how much college and consumer debt they owe and you'll get to the real reason why they're pushing sex work positivity. Frankly, I have more respect for the girls who get paid for it than the ones who just sleep around with tons of guys for free. That, I really don't understand. This is exactly why I do it. I could an old guy who will probably only last at most like 30 minutes, make $1,000 and go home, or I could work minimum wage for like 2 weeks. Plus long-time clients give me gifts and pay my rent and expenses, so everything I make is extra. Other people have their opinions about my work, but it's impossible to give when you out-earn almost everyone while doing almost nothing. I'll be able to comfortably leave whenever I'm tired of the work and transition to my business plan. Hot people are born with a genetic advantage and would be stupid to not use it. If you're hot and aren't capitalizing on it, then you're just a dumb slut who gets beaters for free. Careful or you will end up like Bianca and have one of your orbiters snap on you. Yeah, I'm extremely cautious because of the risks. The downside to a life like this is it's somewhat lonely. You can't trust anyone. They either want your money or time for free, and I don't get down with either. I've learned that large friend groups are pointless and an inconvenience. I've had friends expect me to pay their way on vacations and outings. I don't care if you're barely making rent. Cody rides for free. Quote, plus long-time clients give me gifts and pay my rent. If you're swimming in excess cash, get a damn house or a condo where you can at least build up some equity later on down the line. Nah, I hate being tied down to one place. I travel constantly and a house would be more of a nuisance than a bonus at this point. I have plans for building a few rental apartment communities, but that's down the line. For now I want to enjoy the freedom of my 20s. I've been putting aside plenty for my plans, but it's just too early in life to be pinned down to one thing. Sounds like bullshit. I'm debt-free at 24 because I had the crazy idea to be a college commuter and to pay my way through by working part-time. It's not that hard, just 90% of college students are dumbass **s. College is for dumbass **s. Most people are financially illiterate, and college students are swimming debt because ignorant high school graduates take on student loans and capitalize them instead of being smart like you and not capitalizing. Not capitalizing saves you a ton in interest, but a lot of people don't have the sense to realize going to college full-time and not working or making payments during school is bloating their debt with interest charges. Banks and colleges are conspiring to take advantage of this financial illiteracy for their own financial gain. I don't care if it's cultural or anything, but I notice that a lot of white North Americans make the worst financial decision in their college life. I stayed at my parents' house. I was a commuter student, with CLS**IFIED as a season worker and still managed to get a loan. The extra money was placed in my savings except for a few cheap hobby I developed. I can pay my whole loan in one go, but I notice that my interest rate is so low that it isn't a burden to my finances of now. Meanwhile, they get an apartment as they hit 18, work part-time and still get a student loan. They enjoy the student life, maintain a ridiculously expensive hobby. My mind breaks when I hear them cry that they are broke despite having shelves filled with figurine, go to a new anime con every few months, sometimes halfway across the country, travel around the world, etc. Before and on, you wasted your best moment of your life. Enjoy life. You are a loser and you should KYS. Speaking as a millennial American, a lot of it has to do with us being lied to a lot when growing up. We were told that if we got a college degree, in anything, we would get great jobs, which ended up not happening because all markets became flooded with college graduates. Then there was the myth that there was an engineer shortage and that studying engineering would land you a great, high-paying job immediately, which ended up not happening because of the huge influx of H-1B visa holders that took ton of jobs. So a lot of us ended up unemployed or underemployed and struggling to pay back those immense loans, which is not what we were promised. IDK if Zoomers are still being fed these lies, but I hope not. It was exponentially worse if you had some kind of talent growing up too, especially in fine arts. It depends on the school. I work as a high school teacher in a pretty poor rural area and they're pushing CTE courses and vocational school. Welding is really big here and their CTE department in general is flourishing. They know most of these kids won't bother with college or just simply don't have a college-ready education, even though the town is literally a town with an inexpensive, easy-to-get-into, state-supported school. Not sure about your area, but it's more complex than that. I know where my country has it so that working will qualify you to get less in loan money because they *QME if you work you can afford it, as well if you are living at home your parents' income is deciding what money you get from loans. You can have parents who make enough that you get too little, but they never gave you money to go to school with, so you have to pay your way and move out to get loans properly. As well, depending on the hours at *UMS, the money you make will mean you can afford school without a loan even if you work to pay it off ASAP. So working part-time could lead you to have not enough to afford to go to school. Commuting is also a privilege, not everyone can. It all depends on where you live versus the school and what is out there for transit. Schools make you pay a ton for a parking permit. I also had a friend who had 1 centiliter left but got a full-time job and the school would never accommodate with her schedule, so she just dropped out. So then she had to pay back the loan and had no degree for it. The system is out to get you, and at 18 you have no idea of how bad it is. Problem is, a vast majority of people can and don't want to because I want to go out of state and have the real college experience I live in a large metropolitan area where there are a ton of college campuses around, from community to state supported, to Ivy League to private Christian schools. And many places that do have public transit offer it free to college students. I myself had to pay for a parking permit. It was $175 for a year and the parking was hard enough to find and was a 15-minute walk at best from my CLS*S because my school is a commuter school that doesn't want to be a commuter school, so they actively try to bully people out of commuting. But anyway, despite all these local colleges, my cousin, several friends of mine, and an older brother of my neighbor in elementary school CLS*mate all decided to not go to a commuter school and instead go to different cities or even out of state for no real reason, honestly. The neighbor is an interesting case because that kid bankrupted his family getting an animation degree, moved to another state, got a pretty good job working on Family Guy, and offered no financial help to his family that was forced to sell their home because, like I said, they were swimming in debt from trying to put him through college. This is why my parents did not pay for my college, nor my brothers or sisters, and the myth of the real college experience traps many naive kids and their parents. I have a arming amount of students now who aren't going to commute because they or their parents want that. A lot of my friends who went to the same college as me lived on campus for part of or all of their college experience when they obviously could have commuted. And it's a myth that you have to live on campus to enjoy being in college. My brother, commuting just like me, was in a fraternity and was a party animal. I'm sure he loved college, and commuting as well as working part-time didn't change that. Don't forget about the constant indoctrination since kindergarten that you must get a college degree no matter what. This is why you have so many folks with meme degrees, because they were told the lie of just get any degree and you will be guaranteed that sweet $65,000 starting job as you graduate. Don't forget that a lot of millennials graduated right smack in the middle of the Great Recession, which screwed them over even more with job prospects. IDK if it's cultural or anything, but I notice that a lot of white North Americans make the worst financial decision in their college life. I stayed at my parents' house. I was a commuter student, with CLS*IFIED as a season worker and still managed to get a loan. The extra money was placed in my savings except for a few cheap hobby I developed. I can pay my whole loan in one go, but I notice that my interest rate is so low that it isn't a burden to my finances of now. Meanwhile, they get an apartment *ON as they hit 18, work part-time and still get a student loan. They enjoy the student life, maintain a ridiculously expensive hobby. My mind breaks when I hear them cry that they are broke despite having shelves filled with figurine, go to a new anime con every few months, sometimes halfway across the country, travel around the world, etc. INB4 and on, you wasted your best moment of your life. Enjoy life, you are a loser and you should KYS. Frankly, I have more respect for the girls who get paid for it than the ones who just sleep around with tons of guys for free. That, I really don't understand. Yeah, women who just really want to make men like them. No, it has a lot to do with culture. Not every country is ultra-liberal American crap. This. I've heard that term used a lot here, but I don't really understand it. Wiki wasn't much help. Would you mind elaborating? The TikTok side mouth thing.